sometimes we think that the problem that we have is setting boundaries, right? It's classic. We all think, oh, we instantly think, are you setting the right boundaries? Are you setting the right boundaries? Are you setting the right boundaries? But what I don't think that we address often enough, something I'm going to speak from my own experience, is when you come from a place where you don't understand that you are allowed to have a boundary, when you come from that place and then you learn to make a boundary, when you finally realize that you are worth it and what you say matters and you are allowed to safeguard yourself, and we are creators of, you know, our own environment. So when we wake up to that, I feel like sometimes it can be really, really easy to just implement boundaries and go from not knowing how to set one to being a boundary queen. A boundary queen. So then what happens? What happens to somebody when they prefer boundaries? Like, we don't talk about it, but this is something that actually happens to people. They get so used to it and so in the go of, oh yeah, I like boundaries, this works, this helps, this is survival, boundary survival, the cycle of making a boundary, this is survival. At some point, just throwing boundaries up all the time is a defense mechanism. It's not necessarily like the healthiest thing. So sometimes people become a boundary queen or a boundary king, and after they learn how to stick up for themselves, it's all we want to do. I get it. That's all I want to do. I like my boundaries. I do. I like knowing how that I'm setting the stage for how close people can get to me emotionally. I really like that. Right? I do. I like being a space where people can say things to me and feel safe saying that, and we can know each other, but there's not really a lot of personal connection to knowing me, right? And it's not that it's superficial, but you keep boundaries, right? Once you understand that somebody is safe, then you kind of start like releasing little more. But what happens when what happens when we have to work with the balance? What happens when we're stuck with needing balance? Because there's a spectrum of not having any and also being too far over with just being too quick to put one. Do you think? Or no? Do you think that having to, that there's no medium? It's just, it can be all or nothing. You know, in terms of it. The rain, I love it. Yeah, so I came from a people pleaser mindset of just always wanting the path of least resistance. But besides that, I actually enjoy being of service. It is, I like to do acts of love, acts of kindness. It is self-fulfilling, and I do it without needing credit, or it is truly altruistic for me. So part of it is like, I actually really don't care. Ooh, here come the wasps. Oop. Maybe okay. So, yeah. So then what? Ooh, do you see lightning? I'm gonna bring it in me. Yeah, so So what do we do? We have to work on it. We have to be self-aware that we are too rigid sometimes, right? Sometimes not. Under my feet. I love it. It's also intense. But yeah, so, you know, we have to evaluate it, because as toxic as it can be not to have any boundaries, it can also be toxic to yourself to have too many. So We talk about, I hear a lot about the power of detachment, but it goes the same way. Too much attachment's not good, and too much detachment is also bad. So we need to talk about healthy attachment and healthy boundaries, not just having boundaries, right? Not just having detachment, but having a healthy attachment style, not just attached or detached, you know? So, I don't know. Listen to the storm, but we need to make sure that we are having a healthy medium of boundaries as well. The same way, we need that balance. What do you think? No? Yes?